Are going to start seated. You really just need a mat. You could have a block or a pillow or a big book. If you might need a prop, that's totally fine. Otherwise, just yourself and your mat. So come into a comfortable seated position, and we are just going to start becoming more aware of the way we are breathing. How long are your inhales? How long are your exhales? Maybe start to match them. Maybe blink the eyes closed just for a moment as we start to get centered. Letting go of everything that is not on the mat with us today. So for the next 29 and a half minutes, see if you can bring your mind back to your breath and your movement flow if it starts to wander. Becoming more aware of the points of your body that are coming into contact with the mat. Taking a deep inhale through the nose and sighing it out through the mouth. One more time, inhaling through the nose and sighing it out through the mouth. Moving forward, we'll inhale through the nose, seal the lips, and exhale through the nose. So all of our breathing will be done through the nose. Keeping the eyes closed, inhaling the arms up, palms meet overhead. Exhale, palms come down to heart center, prayer pose. Maybe set an intention for the class. Maybe dedicate the class to someone, sending some positive energy their way. Inhaling, blinking the eyes open, letting the palms fall down to the sides. I'm going to take, you can bring your hands back just a little bit. Extend the spine, so elongate the spine, getting tall. And we're going to start with a couple of neck rotations. So first, bringing the left ear to the left shoulder, bringing the chin to the chest, and then bringing the right ear to the right shoulder. And then coming back around, chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder. Going in whatever pace feels good for you. If you have any kinks in the neck, you might want to take it a little bit slower. That's fine. And we'll just do one more on each side, really waking up the upper back, the chest, the neck, and coming back to a neutral position. Inhale, arms come up, palms face each other. Exhale, twist to the right, bring the right hand behind you, left hand meets the right knee, twist a little deeper, and then bring your gaze over your right shoulder. Inhaling back to center, arms up, twist to the left now, left hand comes behind you, right hand, left shoulder, twist deeper, and gaze goes over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center, arms up, get a little bit taller, and release the arms down. Fingertip that right hand out to the side, put a little bend in the elbow and place the palm firmly on your mat. Inhale, left arm comes up and over. If you want to come a little bit deeper in that right elbow, get a little more of a stretch on the left side body, that's completely fine. The pinky edge side of the left hand is coming down towards the ground. Just one more breath here. And sigh it out through the nose. Inhaling back to center. Walking that left hand out to the side, putting a bend in the left elbow. Inhaling that right arm overhead. Maybe coming a little bit deeper on this side. The pinky edge side of the right hand is rotating down towards the ground. Maybe you bring the gaze up to the sky. This is a really good stretch for anyone who might have back pain. So if you do have back pain regularly, I would recommend doing this pose once or even twice a day, maybe starting the day and ending the day with this pose on either side. Okay, We're going to do some seated cat-cows quick to wake up the back a little bit more. Inhaling, chest opens, arch in the back. Exhaling, round. You can hold on to your knees with your palms and really round the back. Show you from a side angle how that looks. Inhaling, chest open, back arches. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, chest open, back arches, and round the spine. We'll do one more. Inhale, chest opens. Exhale, back arches, or back rounds, excuse me. And come back to a neutral position. You're gonna roll over your knees, coming into a tabletop position, like so. Knees are directly under the hips, wrists are directly under the shoulders. We'll do a couple of cat-cows like this too. So inhale, chest opens, back arches, gaze comes forward. Exhale, push the ground away from you. Round the back. Inhale, chest opens. Exhale, back rounds. We're only going to do one more before we continue our flow. Inhale, chest opens, back arches. And exhale, rounding the back. Beautiful. Coming into a neutral position. We're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees just about an inch off the ground, and stay here for 5, 4, 3, breathe through it, 2, 1. Bring the knees back down. We're going to do that again a little bit longer, and this time we're going to do some mini pulses. So if I were to look at you, I wouldn't really be able to see you moving at all, but you can feel your knees just coming micro of meter down and back up. So inhale, knees come an inch off the ground, and you can either hold it or do what I was just saying and start to pulse very gently for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Nice work. Bring the palms out in front of you a little bit. Before we kick back into downward dog, you want to make sure that your 4 fingers are facing the front of the mat and the thumbs are kind of facing the opposite corners of the mat. So really I like to make sure that my fingers are almost in an L and that the index fingers are facing towards the front of the mat. You want to really activate through all 10 fingertip pads. So before we even push back, see if you can push those fingertip pads into the mat as if you're kind of like Spider-Man gripping a wall. Push through the palm as well and feel how the weight releases from your wrists when you're pushing down through all of the points of the hand. That's good because we don't want all of the weight in the wrists. So tucking the toes under if they're not tucked, lifting the hips while still pushing down through all points of the hand, and then pushing those hips back. Make sure the shoulders aren't scrunched up by the ears. You want them to be rolling down the back. A really good way to make sure that they're rolled down the back is if you see where the eyes of the elbow, the front of the elbow, should be facing towards the front of the room or the front of your mat, while your fingers are still pointing straight as well. So take a couple of breaths here. Start to walk out your feet, maybe lifting a heel and lowering the opposite heel. Seeing if your hamstrings or your calves might feel a little bit tight as we just start to wake them up. And maybe giving yourself a little stretch by reaching the left hand through and grabbing hold of the right shin or calf or ankle area. Maybe you just tap onto it. And bring your gaze underneath your right underarm and up. Bringing that left hand back to meet the right. Now bringing that right hand back. Gaze comes up underneath the left underarm. Try to keep those hips parallel still. Hand comes back, knees bend, gaze looks forward, And gently walk to the front of your mat. Let yourself hang, Uttanasana fold. So while you're hanging, feel free to grab opposite elbows and just release down. Make sure you're not looking forward, that your neck has no tension in it, so just let your gaze come to your knees and hang loose. You can rock your weight towards the balls of the feet, so you're putting less weight in the heels. And just inhale deeply and exhale. Release your grip on your elbows if you have it. And inhale, arms come all the way up. Palms come together. Bring the hands in front of the chest. We're going to inhale the arms up once again. Grab hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Lift that left wrist up and then come over to the right side, giving your side body a nice juicy stretch. Maybe drop that right hand if it feels good. Coming a little bit deeper. Coming back to center, inhale, arms up. Grab opposite wrist, opposite hand. Lift a little bit higher and come over to the left side, or whichever side you have not done yet. Dropping the holding hand and coming a little bit deeper. Inhale back to center. Inhale, arms up overhead, palms meet, dive it through. Uttanasana fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step the right foot back. Bring the knee to the ground. Untuck the toes. If you have sensitive knees or you think this might hurt, feel free to go ahead and flip your mat to give yourself a little bit more cushion. Otherwise, you're going to inhale, come forward, hips sink low. You're forming a 90-degree-ish angle with your front foot. Inhale, arms up overhead. On the exhale, sink your hips back and down. Wings come out by your sides and back. And your left front foot, the toes, are flexing towards your face. Inhale, coming forward. Sink low in the hips. And exhale back. Foot is flexed. Inhale once more, forward. Pushing it back, half split. The next time you come forward, you're going to frame your foot with your hands, tuck the back toes, lift the back leg, and step it forward. This time, while in Uttanasana, we're going to deeply bend the right knee. The right palm is going to come onto the ground. Here, I'll face you so you can see better. So the right knee is bent, the left leg is as straight as possible. The right knee comes towards the ground. It's okay if you can't touch the ground, just try to move in that direction. The left hand comes up overhead. Switching side, both knees are as straight as possible for a moment. The left hand comes to ground, left knee bends, right arm opens up towards the sky. And straighten it back down. Inhale all the way up, rise. Exhale, fold it right through. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step the left foot back. Knee comes down. Untuck the back toe. And rise up. Sinking forward with the front hips. Pushing it back into a half split. Toes come towards the face. And then moving forward. Sinking low with the hips. Arms are straight. Palms face each other. Pushing it back once more, halfway split. The right toes are flexed and facing towards you. And then coming forward once again. Pushing back the final time. And then when we come forward, planting the hands on either side of the front foot, tucking the back toes, lifting the back leg, and stepping it forward. Halfway lift, Uttanasana, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up, rise. Exhale all the way through, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back. And exhale, step back into the first chaturanga of the day. So you can either skip a push-up or take a push-up every time, no pressure. Bending at the elbows, exhaling down, inhaling upward dog or cobra. If you're in upward dog, make sure, see how my knees are a bit lifted off the mat. That's how you should be in up dog. And push it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, bend the knee, step it through. Rotate that left back foot down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Coming into crescent lunge, you're gonna come onto the ball of the back left foot. Arms are tall, straight, and coming into some crescent lunge dips. So we're gonna bend both knees and then straighten them. Bend both knees and then straighten. Add in the breath. Try to keep breathing. One movement for the exhale, one for the inhale. So exhale, come down, bend. And inhale, extend. Two more. Bending on the exhale. Inhale, rise. One more. Bend. And rise up. Beautiful. Coming back into a warrior two posture. Stepping the back foot forward just a little bit, and then finding warrior three. So, warrior three, your bottom leg is straight, arms are straight, back foot is straight and flexed, back leg I should say. And it's okay if you fall out of warrior three. It's actually really good for your muscles to be trying to balance on the standing leg and your core and back. Just come back into it if you wobble at all. Inhaling here. And exhaling, gently step it back, warrior one. Taking an inhale in warrior one. And exhale. Step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. Inhale, lift that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, step that front foot forward. Rotate that back foot down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Coming onto the ball of the back foot, doing crescent lunge dips on the opposite side. We're going to bend and extend. Bending both knees and straightening them both. Bringing in that breath, exhaling on the bend and inhaling as we straighten. 2 more. Bending and straightening. 1 more. Bending and straightening. Well done. Rotating that back foot down onto the mat, stepping that back foot forward just a little bit, and then coming into warrior three on the left side. Again, even if you are just hopping that right foot off the ground a little bit, that's completely fine. Maybe you're in the full expression of the pose. If you are, the toes are facing down, both legs are as straight as possible, and you're breathing here. On your next inhale, Bring that left foot back gently, coming into warrior one. Inhale, and exhale, come a little bit deeper. Inhale, and exhale, hands to the ground, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. So you can either go at your own pace or pick it up a little bit for this next round. Either way is completely fine. Inhale, lift the back leg. Step that right foot through. Rotate the back foot down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Coming onto the ball of the back foot, dipping it on the exhale. Inhaling, straighten. Dipping down. Straighten on the inhale. Exhale, dip. 2 more. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, dip down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dip. And back up. Rotating the back foot down. Warrior one. Stepping the back foot forward a little before finding warrior three. Back foot is flexed like you're kicking the back wall. Inhale, gently coming back into warrior one. Sinking it a little bit deeper in the posture. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, push back, downward dog. Inhale, left leg comes to sky. Exhale, bend the knee, step it through. Rotate that back foot down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Coming on to the ball of the back foot, coming into the dips. So dipping on the exhale, and extend, inhale. Dip, exhale, extend, inhale. Dipping down, exhale, extend, inhale. Dipping down, extending, 1 more. Dip it down, inhale, rise back up. Rotate that back foot down, warrior one. Step that back foot forward and find warrior three. Maybe play with coming with the hands by the sides or keep them out in front of you. Inhale, step it back gently, coming into warrior one. Inhale. And exhale, coming a little bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale, frame the foot, step it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, rise up, upward dog. Exhale, push it back, down dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale, right leg comes to sky. Exhale, bend the knee. Bring the knee behind the right wrist. Pushing back with the left leg. Straighten that left leg. Your right foot is a little bit diagonal, or if you can even bring it up almost parallel to the right knee, that's great. We're coming into pigeon. So as I said at the beginning, if you have a block or a pillow, you can stick it underneath your right front hamstring if there's a gap. Otherwise, walk the hands out, coming onto the forearms and breathing here. Breathe into the areas of tension and envision them loosening up. Pushing back up using both palms, retucking the back toes, lifting, coming into a warrior three, downward dog with one leg, bringing that foot to meet the other, and walking it out, lifting first one heel, then the other. Inhale, the left leg comes to sky. Bend the knee. Bring that left knee behind the left wrist and straighten that back right leg. Inhale, extend the back. And exhale, walk it forward, just like you did on the other side. Try not to let the head hang here. Because it's not a restorative class, we're going to keep it strong just for a couple of breaths in pigeon. I don't know if it's really windy where you guys are, but it's insanely windy here. You can hear that. Pushing it back up using both palms, tucking the right toes underneath, lifting the hips, pushing it back, one-legged downward dog. Left foot comes to the ground. Walk it out. And then bring the knees to the ground. Beautiful job. Shifting the hips, coming down, bringing the legs out in front of you. Giving them a little bit of a shake. Let them loose. Flex the feet. Use the hands to push and extend the spine. And inhale the arms up. And exhale, drop them forward. The goal of this posture is actually not to grab the feet or the ankles. It's to keep the back as straight as possible as it goes down. So instead of having a curved back as you reach forward, keeping it as straight as possible before eventually dropping the hands. So let's try it again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, keeping the back straight until the very last minute where you feel it start to curve, and then you drop the hands. Walking the hands back towards you. You're going to bend the right knee, bring the right sole of the foot to the inner left thigh. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Walking the hands back in towards you. Extending that right leg out. Giving a quick little shake. Bending the left knee. Bringing the left sole of the foot to the right inner thigh. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, fold it forward. Inhaling, walking the hands towards you. Extending both feet out, flexing the feet, and one more time. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, fold. And at the last moment, releasing those hands down. Maybe this time you've gotten a little bit closer towards your legs because we've done it a couple times. Just take note of that. And walking the hands back in towards you. Keeping those feet flexed, hands come out in front of you, palms facing each other. You're going to slowly start to lower down, one vertebrae at a time, using your core strength to keep yourself up without falling back quickly. Releasing down to the floor. I'm going to scooch so you can still see me. Extend those arms up overhead. Giving yourself a nice big stretch. First pointing the right foot while flexing the left. And then switching feet, pointing the left and flexing the right. Coming into happy baby pose. The lower back stays on the ground. Maybe you grab holds of the outside of your feet. If that's not comfortable, you can grab hold behind your knees, and just wherever you are, pull your legs or feet closer to your body. Maybe rock from side to side. Massage your back out, keeping the low back on the ground. Bringing those knees to the chest, curling up in a tight little ball, bringing the forehead to the knees, Getting every muscle tight, tensioning even your face muscles, and then releasing everything down. Let the feet fall apart. Let the palms face the ceiling. Start to let go of tension anywhere. Let go of any tension in the jaw. Maybe the lips part, maybe the tongue falls away from the roof of the mouth. Relaxing the space underneath the eyes and between the eyebrows. Removing any creases in the forehead. Making sure the eyes are closed gently. And coming into a 10-minute Shavasana on your own. Thank you very much for taking